Here I am breaking down a deal direct for you guys of this property that's just behind me, so you guys get an understanding of what a property investor slash developer does when they're looking for properties to make a profit on. This is a flip project. This is not the buy, refurbish, refinance, rent. It's a straightforward flip. So we have to secure it for the right price. We have to do our due diligence on the refurb. We have to make sure we get our end value spot on. Plus, I go and view it. Take a look at this. This is the property. It's a property in Warsaw, West Midlands, 3-bedroom, end of terraced, freehold, not a leasehold. And in the description, it mentions modernisation and refurbishment throughout. It's a conveniently situated end townhouse, and it just gives you a little breakdown of everything that's in there, where it is, sizes of all the rooms, the utility rooms, etc., etc. Now, looking at this property from the pictures, it's something that I like to look for. It's properties that I like to add value to, because when you look at that photo there, you've got the carpet, the settee or the sofa, the Artex on the ceilings, the lights, the electric heaters. It's a property that I can add value to, but only if I secure it for the right price. Now, this is £140,000, and I know what the end value is, which I'm going to teach you in this video how I do. So let's work through the pictures first. When I look through the pictures, I'm making a list of everything that I want to do to the property to bring it up to modernisation, to today's standard. Now, because this is a flip, I'm looking to flip this property. I need to make it the best it can be for the right amount of money so I can make X amount of profit at the end. So we know that the vendor wants £140,000. And that's how you look at it, because it's been priced at 140. In fact, that's what the estate agents have valued it at. We don't know what the vendor will accept. We don't know until we have a conversation. But we're going through the property, we're looking at all the pictures, we're making notes of everything that we want to do to the property, and then we can put a value next to everything that we want to improve, giving us a total breakdown of the refurb. And when I look at these pictures, there's lots and lots of things that I am noticing in my brain, so I know where I want to add the value. So first and foremost, when you look at the front, I want to replace the windows and the doors because they need replacing. Not because I want to, because they need replacing. I look at the guttering and the fascia. The fascia needs painting and the guttering does not need repairing or replacing. It actually looks like it's in good condition. Now, this is what I do before I view. The fence panels should be painted, in my opinion, because first impressions when someone's buying a property is the most important thing. I'd want to move the trees and this bush kind of thing here. I don't know what that is, but I'd want to remove all of them. So the front of the house, I want to make it as welcoming as possible. And I was trying to think of the right word, but I couldn't think of it. Aesthetically, it needs to look the part. Inside, I can see electric heaters, and I can see the plug sockets are literally sitting on top of the skirting board, which means that it's not up to date. The regulation, it's not there. 450 is the height of the sockets. It's sitting on the skirting board. And I can see it's electric. So there might be no gas in this property. Carpets need changing. Got Artex on the ceiling, which means we might have asbestos. We've got to get that checked out. So there's a cost for that as well. Skirting board, architrave, which is the stuff that goes around the doors. Internal doors, again, things that I want to change. Different angle, same things. I want to remove that fire as well in there. And then we move on to another angle. Next up, we've got the kitchen. I want to replace the whole kitchen. Ceiling needs overboarding potentially. Looks like we've got a little bit of damp up there, which needs obviously inspecting. And I'm just making notes constantly, all the time, of things that need doing. We've got another room there that looks like the utility. Can we extend that into the kitchen to make it one big open plan place? Bedrooms, we've got flooring, we've got the walls that need plastering. Again, we've got Artex on the ceiling, so that looks like it could do with overboarding or fresh plaster. Everything needs updating, guys, as you can see. Everything in there. And electric heaters again. So I don't think there's any gas in this property, so I have to take that into consideration as well. New bathroom, that needs updating. And the garden, needs a bit of work done to it. So it's important. If we look at the floor plan, you can see that kitchen has that utility there. You got the lounge. Upstairs, you got the toilet in one room and the bath and the basin in the other, the sink. We've got a bedroom there, and a bedroom there. So things that I want to do. I want to knock that utility into the kitchen to have a bigger space. Do I want to knock the wall out from the lounge into the kitchen to make it just one open plan downstairs, potentially? I want to knock those two rooms into one there, so knock that stud wall out there and make the bathroom as one bathroom, so the toilet's not separate. And when I look at the floor plan, there's nowhere else I can add any value without doing an extension. There's no way that I can get en suites into any of the bedrooms. It's 45 square meters, as you can see up there, 45 square meters downstairs. There's not a lot. There's not a lot that I can actually do. So I've made notes. So first and foremost, windows and doors. I know that there's 3 at the front, 3 at the back, front door and back door. Potentially there's a window in the side. We'll see when we get there to view it. So I know I can put £6,000 to £7,000 down for that. Front garden, I'll probably spend about £500 on. Back garden, probably about 500 to 1,000. Then we've got the rewire, which will come in at around 4,500. If there's no gas in there, I've got to afford a gas connection in my refurb costs. Now, gas connection can be anything from £1,500 to £5,000. And then if I want to put new central heating in there, it's looking at £4,500 with a boiler. I want to put a new kitchen, which in that size kitchen, it will come in at about £5,000 supply and fit. If I want to put a bathroom in there, which I'm going to, depending on the level that I'm going to, I'm looking at about £3,000. Carpentry, skirting board, architrave, internal doors. I'm looking probably around £3,000 to have all of that done. Flooring, 90 square meters, probably looking at about £4,000 for all the flooring in there. Plastering's probably going to come in at about £4,500 to £5,000. What have I missed, guys? Tell me some of the things I've missed. Would I render it? Nope. Do I need to paint the front of the fascia? Yes, probably a few £100 for that to be done. Tiling the bathroom. Now, I want to tile the whole of the bathroom, so I need to add that in as an extra. That'll probably come in at about £1,500 supply and fit. And I think that's everything that I've covered. I'm pretty sure I haven't missed anything else. This is live and direct, guys. So I know in that property, I'm going to want to spend as little as possible. But to get that property up to standard, I'm probably looking at anywhere between 35 and 42,000 in my head to get it to the level that I want to get it to. Now, if we do the maths on it, guys, right? If we actually break it down and we do the maths on it, we know that the vendor wants, or the agent wants, £140,000. Let's just say I want to spend £40,000 on it, okay? We've got stamp duty, legals, etc., etc. So if we bought it cash, that would be our outlay, £195,000. Now, the end value on this property, if we look at the end value on this property, and a good way for you guys to see how to do this is, if you go onto the main page of the listing and you go down, you have property sold and under offer. So you can have a look in the area. Oh, I don't think that's actually worked on this one. Sorry guys, 1 second. There you go. Recently sold and under offer. And it tells you what's sold in the area. Now, this one is a good comparable because it's 0.1 miles wide, which means it's the street behind. And it's the exact same house. Now, this sold for $155,000, 2023. And what kind of condition was this property in? Well, the front doesn't look great. The windows and doors need changing. It needed upgrading. You can clearly see all that kind of stuff on there. Let's just get a picture inside. I haven't seen this one yet. Yeah, you can see it's got new central heating there, but kitchen, ceiling, flooring, everything in there is quite dated, to be fair. The internal doors are dated. Yeah, there we go. So it's not the greatest, but it's a great comparable to know that this sold for $155,000. Let me just have a look at one other thing. Did it have a floor plan in there? What square footage was it? I'm pretty sure it's going to be very similar. Where are we at? There we go. It doesn't say. Is there square footage? I want to say it's going to be very similar. because it looks like the exact same house. But 155,000 in a similar condition was sold in 2023. How do we get the end value? So we're trying to find something that's sold. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to see something that's sold in that area for better condition. Well, there's nothing in here that we can actually see from sold. What do we have under offer? Anything under offer that matches it? Not really. There's nothing there. Okay. So how would you do it if you can't find nothing on land registry or recently sold or under offer or anything like that? You speak to valuation officers at the estate agents and they will give you a really good end value. Now, I know from experience the end value of this property should be around £200,000. That's where it should be sitting at. I can't see it going anywhere past 200,000. So if you purchase it for 140 and you spend 40,000 on the refurb with stamp and legals, we're in for 195,000. Meaning if you do achieve the price that you want to achieve, you're only making £5,000 on a £195,000 outlay, which is not good. So we now know that this here has to be reduced. And if we can get this property for 110,000, we know then there's a potential that we could make £35,000 profit, which is a lot better, a lot better. But how do we get it from 140 to 110? The art of negotiation, explaining everything that I've explained to you in this video to the estate agents professionally. That's where I come in. I can teach you how to get it across to the estate agents absolutely perfect, to where then they go to the vendor and they go, right, we've got an offer. It's a very serious offer, and they broke it down correctly. And some of you are probably sitting at home going, there's no way you can get £30,000 off a right move price. Yes, you can. That's what I teach you to do. That is how you get below market value deals. And that's how you come across to estate agents with the right level of intelligence, knowledge, and education, and they take you very seriously. If you just throw out offers with no education backing it up, you don't get anywhere. So that is where you need to be. You need to break it down, review it, do your due diligence, and then do this. Here we are on the viewing, picking up on some defects in the property that might need assistance with works that are being carried out. Well, they will need. Looking at the cupboards. Now, this reminds me of my nan and granddad's house. So these are the properties that I know you can add the most value to. Stairlift, got a couple of people around me that could probably use that because they're lazy. That wall needs to come out in between the toilet and the bathroom, so we'll make that one room completely. Floor has been overboarded, which screams a problem to me. The walls, when it goes back down with that wallpaper off, it could need back to brick because they've been painted numerous times. That ceiling could have asbestos in as well. There you go, electric heaters. That could be a costly fix because gas might need putting in. Bathroom needs upgrading, might keep them curtains. Overboarding again. We don't know whether we're going back to brick or not. Got to make a decision. I'll put it into my costings for my due diligence. Great size rooms, really great size rooms. I really like them. And I'll get the asbestos checked in that on the roof. That will be done before I actually start the renovation process. That's what will happen there. Skirting board, again, needs upgrading. That's in the cost. This will be knocked out and we'll have new spindles. A new banister will go in. Someone could actually use that track, maybe. I don't know. The age of it is quite old. Another bedroom. Again, a really good sized bedroom. That's where the gas installation could be expensive. We have this cupboard there that can be used for storage. We had the coat hanger hooks on the back of the door in the bedroom or back of the wall in the bedroom. Never seen that before. Maybe for dressing gowns. Front of the house now. Fascia and guttering. Okay. Front garden is doing new windows, new doors. Really excited about this if we can secure it for the right price. Escape your 9 to 5. You live for Wednesdays, the middle of the week. You can't wait for Fridays, but then you dread Mondays. It's the rat race that we're all caught in. I was the same as you. I got educated. I taught myself how to escape the 9 till 5. That's what I'm here to help you do. I want to add value and bring property into your life. That is how you become financially free. For £11, you could change your life in one day. Grab your seat, click the link, buy your ticket, come and see me in person. And by the time you leave, you will not only be inspired and motivated, you will also have a blueprint to your property success. See how much value this video has added to your life. A simple 8-9 minutes, I'm not sure how long it is, has literally given you all the information you need to move forwards and start sourcing your own properties for yourselves or investors, where you can charge anything from £3,000, £4,000, £5,000 for the basic ones, all the way up to 6 figures if you start sourcing land or commercial properties. So that's what I'm here for. The Property Circle is where you get educated correctly. If you want to join the Property Circle, there's a link below. If you want to come to my next education day, it's in Birmingham on the 21st of June. Tickets are £11 to see me in person all day. So if you think this is great, imagine what happens when you're in front of me and you can ask me any questions that you guys want to ask me. Come down, £11 a ticket, it's right there.